tired again. Just want to post my podcast link. Kids are still asleep. Apparently this workout will only be 30 minutes, as like from last time, but I have added a couple of things onto it. Oh. So anyone who's struggling with fat loss, I recommend tuning into the podcast. You can't just hear correct messaging once and expect it to click and stick to it. It takes a few times. You've kind of got to brainwash yourself into the truth. Listen to that one. Yeah. Diddy. Let's pin that. It's coming up with a goal. What's a goal? Super chat goal, gift goal, start a live goal. Oh, that's really cool. That's new. Connect with your audience through highlighted messages. Encourage your audience to express themselves with digital gifts. Let's do a super chat goal. 10 super chats. No idea what I'm doing here. Let's do 45-minute goal. How will I celebrate? Morning, guys. How will I celebrate the goal? Let me see. I'll share a live Q&A about carb diets. No idea what super chat is, but let's try it out. Good morning. I'm just scrolling through, procrastinating. There's a lot of people playing games this morning. So it says, DigiCoach started a goal for goal. No idea what that is. It'd be fun to see though. Right. So back work today. Oh, I forgot to put my earrings in. Back work, pull-up strength. Very tired. Went to bed late, like for me, 10 o'clock, but was restless a lot of the night. I think it's because my car's going in the garage tomorrow. Morning, Electric Life. How are you? Yeah, car's going in the garage today, sorry. I think that's on my mind. It always stresses me out. Especially like just before Christmas. Could it come at a worse time? Wiper blade's not working. So it's getting a new motor, which I've been, using rain repellent spray. But if it snows, I'm screwed, and it's meant to snow over Christmas apparently. Let's start a Q&A. Fat loss, which isn't properly a Q&A. It advertises as that, doesn't it? Fat loss questions answered. Let's put fat loss questions, or fat loss and exercise. People love to talk about exercise. It's really not even that fascinating. Unless you're trying to rehabilitate yourself, then I take it back. But people like which exercise is best for fat loss. And if that's the case, then there's a lot of misleading answers to that, isn't there? Right, so let's try and get some PBs today. Got 17.5 single arm row. So this is a tricep. So we've got single arm row, trying to beat 6, so I've got the same as 6 reps, into overhand grip pull-ups with a resistance band. Trying to beat 4 reps. So I can do pull-ups without the resistance band, but my trapezius muscles are overtaking the movement. So I'm trying to dial it back and use a resistance band and improve my form, basically. Shoulders down away from ears. And then bicep curls with the 8s. Right, let's get into it. I'm going to start with my weaker arm. Always start with your weaker arm if you're trying to improve some balances, and that's going to set the reps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulders down Oh, I think I slept funny last night because already my trapezius is a bit dummy, achy. And you want to move your shoulder as you're doing these, like your scapular area, your shoulder blade. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That's warm me up. So that's 17.5. Good morning, Anki. How are you doing? 17.5 kilograms for 8 reps. So that's a PB. There's my coffee. Then pull up with a resistance band, trying to beat 4. So you're 30 what? Talking about kilograms, 17.5. Let me shine. Oh, I can't shine a light on me in case I wake the kids up. So I've got the resistance band. So I can. Oh no. I'm trying to remember which way I was using the resistance band. I don't think I had loads of resistance. Shoulders down away from ear. 3, chest above. 4. Plus I am heavier this time of year, so pull-ups are a bit harder. So bear that in mind if you want to get good at pull-ups. You need to be lighter and stronger. Trying to get the same amount of beat 9 bicep curls. Thanks for the likes, guys. 5. Warm. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get one more. 10. Oh, rest. And PB. So I think PB at the. Do your thing, man. You got this. Thanks, a positive channel. What's your favourite meal from here, from Scotland and a different country? My favourite meal to eat at the moment, thanks for the good question, is chicken boona from an Indian. It's my wee treat, once a week usually. We eat it in, my family. I have chicken boona, I have chicken pakora, chicken boona, boiled rice. I don't have much of the sauce. And naan bread. The naan bread's so doughy. And then they have like a white coffee after. It's lovely. An Indian, yeah, I know. And from a different country, chicken boona. I'm joking. I like fruit and fish in different countries. When I'm somewhere else, I don't have like a set dish. I'll have like a meat and then veg and then pile as much, because when I'm on holiday, I'm trying to stay on track as much as possible, not go into the fuck it bucket. Spartan Archer on Discord. Okay. Morning. So I'm a health and fitness trainer, guys. Welcome if you're just new here. Answering questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain, rehab. I specialise in rehab for females, for male. I work with male clients as well. So I'm here to answer questions and motivate and educate. You don't try something different? I do. I tried dragon fruit this year and avocado. I know that's not like really out there, but I always like, have you seen avocado? It's a bit weird looking, but now avocado is a staple in my diet, and my triglycerides and LDL levels, like my bad fat, my bad cholesterol, is really low, and healthy ranges. My healthy fats, my HDL are high, and it's from eating avocado. Avocado's so good for you. But what else do I try? I try I make a point whenever I go over somewhere abroad, I'll try a new food. And last year it was avocado. This year it was dragon fruit and like a few fishes and stuff. There's so many fish, isn't there? A lot of them I've never heard of. Morning. Okay. Let's go again. So we're trying to beat 6 reps. Starting with a weaker arm. Shoulders down away from ears, and make sure the shoulder blades are moving towards the spine as you're coming up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Core should be engaged and on fire through these. I'd love a like and subscribe, guys, if you want to be motivated and educated in the new year. 6, 7, 8. Better upper back connection with the left side, but that's not a surprise because it's stronger. 8 reps. I'll improve over time. Pull-ups. How many am I trying to beat? I think it was 3. Get the same as or more. Yeah, next couple of times. Oh my god, I'm so heavy. Bicep curls. Okay, back pain. I have nerve pain in my upper back going down my arm. What do you think? Am I done? Not necessarily. It sounds like there's inflammation going on, pushing on nerves. What kind of job do you have? What are you doing with your neck? A lot of upper back pain. It can be stemmed from lower. Did you say upper back? You said back pain. A lot of upper back pain, especially around here, can be caused by us being on our phones and computers and driving, pushing it forward so actively, which could be causing inflammation in the muscles and then pushing on nerves. Must be all the alcohol. That's not going to help. 2 years on Christmas Day, I gave up alcohol. See, at first you're like, well, I love alcohol, why would I give up it? It's not causing any problems. And you like kind of like defend it. I mean, it made me lazy as a parent, which I didn't want to be that person. I think if you've got small kids, you shouldn't be drinking, because it definitely like changes your parenting. You know, you're less disciplined, you don't really care, do you? It lowers your inhibitions. What am I doing? Bicep curls. 8. But when you give up, like properly commit to a lifestyle of not drinking, then you don't defend it anymore. And it's a carcinogen. It's the worst thing that you can do. All this like, in moderation and each to their own, of course. I don't ever push my views on my clients. If they want to drink, that's fine. It's harder to build muscle. 8, 9, 10. Fat loss is paused whilst you drink alcohol, and building muscle, you reduce the stimulus whilst your body's processing alcohol because it's a poison, so what you're wanting to do there. Morning, Camwook, how are you? You need to drink. I know it's bad, but man, I know it's that high, but when you stop drinking, you get highs elsewhere. Like this gives me a high. Playing with my kids gets me a high. Going for a walk, having me time, doing stretches and feeling calm and content. It's superficial highs, isn't it? And I've totally been like, I was going down a path where every time I got stressed, I wanted alcohol. I wasn't an alcoholic, but I could see where it was going. I didn't like it. Who do you want to be? Plus, I had so much. I had like clients in the morning and content to create, and if I'm going live, every morning at 5 a.m. on YouTube. How can I be drinking? It's just not going to happen. So literally don't have time for it as well. But yeah, it doesn't suit me as a person. Plus, I'm a health and fitness coach, trying to be as healthy as possible. And if I'm drinking, I do practice what I preach. Can you carry some on your shoulder? Some more alcohol. Oh, I'm so glad you've got a walk pad. That's such a good investment. Yeah. I'll probably be on mine more next year. The kids are still getting used to it, but I've been on it quite a few times, not as much as I would have liked. Like if I've got time today, if the kids aren't awake, I'll jump on it. It's a great way to get your steps in. Steps equals fat loss. If you're not overeating, I have too much me time. I need to spend time elsewhere. A lot of people soothe with alcohol because they don't like being on their own and they don't like feeling bored and being alone with the thoughts. So they drink alcohol. But it's a very important skill to be by yourself and to entertain yourself and get a hobby, and you know, you could do exercise. You got to get good being on your own sometimes. I would love to be on my own more. Can you carry somebody short? I know what you're talking about, Emmanuel. You're right. It's mostly the case. It's what speed do you walk at? I don't like go by a certain speed. I just go like I'm quite a fast walker, so I just make sure I'm walking at a normal speed, and I'm on an incline, and my heart rate is elevated, but not so much that I can't hold a conversation. It's called the talk test. And over 20 minutes of that, you start burning fat. I'm not talking about subcutaneous fat. Nobody's ever talking about that when we're saying during exercise we burn fat. We're talking about dietary fat, the fat that you've ate. Unfortunately, that's what gets used first, and then it's carbohydrates as well. But there's a big misconception about if you do this kind of exercise, you will burn fat. If you've ate dietary fat, like you're predominantly on ketogenic diet or carnivore diet, that's going to be the case. Or if you're doing steady state training, I just wanted to clear that up. Because people get confused between dietary fat and subcutaneous fat and visceral fat that's in the body. Talking about dietary fat gets used first, along with carbs. Right, trying to beat 6 again. I always thought we use subcutaneous fat while walking. No, that's what I'm talking about. So I thought I'd touch on that because it's a common misconception. It's not subcutaneous fat; it's dietary fat that you've ate throughout your diet that gets used first. So to use and burn subcutaneous fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. It'll always come back down to a calorie deficit, expending more calories than your body needs. Most of the alcohol is alone and in my own thoughts. That's probably a problem. I think a lot of people are like that, especially after COVID. Um, I went cold turkey. Not cold turkey. I wasn't addicted. I wasn't having I was having it most afternoons when the kids, when I had one child at the time, she was stressing me out with her tantrums and stuff. I was like, oh, is it like to take the edge off? And then one becomes two to take the edge off, and two becomes three, and it's no good. But keto, intermittent fasting, what's better? Depends what you can stick to. They're both classed as ultra restrictive diets. So I wouldn't recommend intermittent fasting. I would recommend food restriction. Sorry, what do you call it? Time restricted eating. That's what I'd recommend. It's less rigid. If you come out of it, for an event, you're not going to freak out. Whereas intermittent fasting is very rigid, as with keto. Keto, a lot of people develop deficiencies because we're not going to eat like that. Right, 6 reps. But it's whatever you can stick to long term at the end of the day. Intermittent fasting would be better than keto because you're getting a variety of foods in. 2, 3, 4. But the problems with intermittent fasting: 5, 6, 7, 8. You're fine at first. You deal with the ghrelin, the hunger hormone. It goes away. But then when you start your eating window and open the floodgates, most people find it hard to not lose control with the eating. So studies have shown any calories that you do save not eating and fasting you make back and you eat back, sorry, when you started that eating window again. Pros of intermittent fasting, when you look at it from like biological standpoint, we're not meant to have all this abundance of food, so having some restriction in place is good. But it's also really good for people with type 2 diabetes. It gives the insulin levels a break, and keto is so restrictive. I've tried both of them. Best thing to do is follow like a Mediterranean diet's proven to be the healthiest, but then have like cakes or whatever your vice is, chocolate cakes, in with that in moderation. People like to follow a diet that's restrictive, like cutting food groups out, keto, intermittent fasting, because the rules are easy. Listen, you don't have to learn moderation, you don't have to learn about your personality, your triggers, your lifestyle, just do this. And people like that. But if you want to stay in it for the rest of your life and get a skill of moderation and work through a trial and error, then that can't be skipped. I did intermittent fasting in the past and it did wonders for me. I do like time restricted eating where I finish eating it after my dinner about 5:30, and then I won't eat again till after my workout now. So every workout I do on YouTube's fasted. Technically, well, I've had a coffee, but I did one saving calories for a bigger meal, helped me stick to the plan easily. There's a lot less thought behind it if you're fasting as well. It's another pro. You're not thinking what am I going to eat, when am I going to eat. You just know you're not eating at this time, and it's not great for building muscle, intermittent fasting. Hi, Todd, because you're not getting that much protein in. When you do get protein in, you're just getting it in once or twice in 2 meals a day. So you're not optimizing protein synthesis to build muscle. So if you're trying to build muscle, intermittent fasting isn't great for that. Time restricted eating though, it's not bad. Shouldn't be eating late at night anyway. Our gut and digestive system works with our circadian rhythm. I know a lot of people like to eat about 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then they wonder why they don't want breakfast in the morning. I'm not a breakfast person. It's because you ate late at night. Trying to beat 3. First rep was alright, but the rest were questionable. I don't feel like I can get more than 3 today, but that's alright. 3. And then bicep curls, 8. Can you just do an 8 hours of no eating and binge? No binging. As soon as you start to binging, it shows that you're over restricting. Your body and mind don't like it. Then sleep for 8. Very nice. Thanks. It was a joke, guys. What do you reckon is easiest to get started? Intermittent fasting. See how you cope with it. Most of the population don't deal well with it, but it's easy to follow, and you've got a better chance getting a few pounds off. I'm talking about long term there. You've got a better chance of getting a few pounds off intermittent fasting than you have keto. Keto is quite hard to, it's all your takeaways out the window, all the fun stuff. Whereas fasting, fasting you can have pretty much anything, can't you? But you need to be sensible. Rest. New set of exercises now. Some all science-based as well. Those bars fall easily. I'm going a little bit too fast if that's what you're talking about. I do find it hard to slow down because a lot of my workouts used to be this year HIIT training or metabolic conditioning. I find it hard to, and that's as many reps as you can with the weight in the time that you've got. I've got into a bit of a habit, but that's fine, I can get over that. Upper back posture and strength, part of the workout now. I found a new stretch last night. I was sat in it for about 2 minutes. Oh, it really opens up the back, so I'm going to finish with that today. I'll need a bolster actually. So the next is a tricep. Oh good, the fire's coming on. Let me just put another log on. It's cold here. So where's everyone from then? I'm in Scotland. Freedom. Before anyone else says it. And I'm definitely coming down with a cold from my toddler. How can you talk and do those three? So much cardio. You should see, honestly, yesterday was cardio day, and wow, I was still talking, and I was absolutely dying. There's a lot of jumping exercises. Check out my, like, if you're looking for a hard cardio workout, yesterday's live was insane. Don't binge, eat mindfully and within the calories limit. Yes, all that's like telling someone who's overweight to move more, eat less. It's fine, that's good advice, but how do you actually stop binging when you're in the moment? And it comes down to practicing the skill of delayed gratification. But you can add snacks and eat big meals as long as you are in a calorie deficit. You don't make fat loss harder than it needs to be. Thought that was a child waking up. Pile on like all the veg and the fruit with your meals. Get your microbiome in your yogurt. Because people are like eating McDonald's and fasting, and they're going to still stay full for 5 minutes, and then you know what I mean. Reverse flies, trying to beat 30. I'll get the same as. Reverse fly pulses. Sorry, purple back. Shoulder blades coming towards the spine. 6, 7, 12, 15, 18, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 1, 3, 4, 5, oh, 35, PB, and then reverse flies with the 4s. So I'm going to bend over. Well, I'm trying to beat 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Oh man, I had 12 was a PB. Arnold press with 10 kilograms for 11. Oh, whose idea was it? Last time I did 11, they went up all right. Counting that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, so good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I could have, I'm not going to true failure there, but that's okay, you don't have to do all the time. Can you guys hear that rain? Rest. I'll get the same amount. You can do more. I got 5 extra. Fair play to you. You're up early exercising. Definitely an effort. Welsh love, thank you, Scottish love. Yeah, this time works better for me, but the algorithm doesn't like it yet. I'm hoping it's going to figure things out in the new year. It's got to be consistent. It's the same with exercise and fat loss. You've got to trust the process and keep on going when you're not seeing the results that you desire. You've got to concentrate on making a successful day from the actions that you've done. What have you done to achieve your goals for today? Did you get your steps in? Did you get your protein in? Did you get a new fruit in, a new vegetable? Did you eat every 3 hours instead of expecting yourself to like not overeat with 6-hour gaps between meals? Did you, it could be like a mindful thing. Did you stretch off before you went to bed? I want you to think about what kind of person you want to be and define a successful day doing 4 or more of these actions towards that. Successful day isn't when you step on the scales, have you lost fat, which is easily masked anyway. Successful days, doing those actions. Do you ever go for a morning run? Hi Andrew. In neighbourhood or at a local park or both sometimes? No, it's throwing it down here and it's dark. Plus I've got children. That's why I've got the walk pad. I did do a bit of running last September, not this year, the one before. I don't feel like I'm certainly fit enough to run, but it's not great on the joints. If you're not in it, you're not going to win it. Like it. I do one hard cardio session a week. 5 strength training sessions, which I'm progressively overloading. 3 are predominantly upper because I'm trying to build my arms. 1's lower, 2's lower because cardio is a bit leggy. It all sounds like so much. How do you know how much is sustainable? That's a really good question. I've got a lot of people on my lives who do too much exercise and they're training 6-7 days a week. So I say I'm training 6 days a week. One of them's cardio, right, which is needed for health, quality of life, health, right? And then the other 5, one includes abs workout, which is almost like a rest day for me. You just work a small muscle group, hip flexors and your back, right? But exercise, you know, if it's too much for your body, and I make sure I get yoga in the evening as well, by the way. I go live in the morning with like intensity, and in the evening it's my wind down and stretching time. How do you feel after you've slept in the morning? Do you feel like you've got energy? Do you feel good? Listen to your body. If you feel like you're tired, you're unmotivated, injury risk like is going higher. It's just like every workout's a struggle, and you know, exercise is to give you something like a quality of life and energy, not take it away. So if that's you, plus as well, if you're exercising too much, like strength training, I strength train 5 times a week, right, which is the max I would recommend. Sweet spot seems to be about 3 workouts a week for strength training. If you're doing more than that, chances are your strength training sessions are going to have more rest periods like this one. You're not going to be getting as many personal bests. You're not going to be getting stronger. The quality is going to go down because it gets saturated. Right, trying to beat these. Let's get more than 30 again. I'm just glad I've done the first set of exercises. 5, 6. This is really good for posture, this one's 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 35. So with that one, the reason why I'm doing pulses is because as a mother, carrying children do a lot of heavy lifting. I don't need more of this. I need more of this. So that's why it's a pulse. Not just if you're a mother either, like most people are like bending over here. So it really opens up the back and strengthens it. Trying to beat 11, reverse fly. 2, thinking about my shoulder blades touching the spine. 5, 7, 8. Each exercise is as effective as you make it. 11 again. 10 Arnold press. Oh. Hey girl, haven't seen you in Hi Home Care. Thank you. How are you doing? A lot of people are unmotivated in December. I get that. But don't think about it as it's you versus you in July, where everyone was motivated and loving life. It's you versus you last December. What were you doing? 3, and I've definitely smashed it. So's my mum and my client. 6, my partner isn't though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, let's get another one. 12. Really pleased with how well the Arnold press are going up. Definitely getting stronger. I'm on creatine as well. That's a big PB, a PB of 2. Rest, one more set of those. 3. How do you wake up early? It's so hard. Tell me about it. Some days are easier than others. I find I was thinking about this last night. The biggest realization for me was you can still do stuff when you're tired. And when you realize that, and action creates motivation, you can use it as a superpower. Last night I was up till 10 o'clock still putting clothes away and doing that stupid L. I was doing it all tired, and then I had a great sleep, kind of. I was a bit restless, but I feel okay this morning. But it took me, I didn't go live till about 25 past 5. It took me a while to wake up, but that's okay. And then I was still tired when I was doing it, but now I feel good, I'm awake. It wakes you up. Just start. Action creates motivation, and when you know that and you know what to do to work with yourself, it takes pressure off, and you just start. You get that blood flowing. You'll get into it, I promise you. Everyone trains for different reasons. Mine is to have peace from pains of my past. What's yours? That's good. Do you do a lot of yoga then, Carl? I train for quality of life, energy for the children, and I want to reduce the risk of injury. I want to have strong joints. As I'm only 36 now, so I've got a while till I go through menopause, but I want to get ahead of the game there. And there's loads. I want to look good. I want to feel good, but there's nothing better than feeling fit and having energy to play with your kids later on in the evening. So I go live this morning, and then it's done, my workout's done, I don't need to think about it, and then I can play with the kids. And I was so present with them yesterday. I was like tickling them, running around and playing the dinosaur, and it felt so good. And you feel like it's definitely a superpower working out. It's a good skill to have. How do you wake up so early? So I set my alarm's in the other room, and I put the dehumidifier on for white noise for the kids, and then first thing I do is grab a drink of water. Always hydrate before you caffeinate. When I read that, then I thought it said you're like anxiety. You're like, Anatoly, what's that? But don't get me wrong, I'm done. My energy's done by about 9 o'clock. I'm totally done. And I know that. Like, people are most productive in the morning, usually, studies show. You've only got a certain amount of brain processing power and decision making to be done throughout the whole day before you fatigue. So work with yourself. Early morning workout, mate. Do you know it? Creatine. Creatine monohydrate. Hi, Pellet. Did some of the stretches. My back is feeling a bit better. Eating good, fat and good. Oh, pleased to hear it. See, it's already repairing and shows you it's a muscle and not the tendon. Pellet. Just keep doing that, and yeah, you'll soon recover, because there's a lot of blood flow to it. Have you been using hot water bottle at all, just to speed things along? I highly recommend just the 86 cutty. Just mentioned creatine then. So one of the only supplements I recommend. Let's go on to the last set. 30, trying to beat again. Let's do it before kids are awake from their slumber. So I've got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. 5, 6, 7, 8. It doesn't matter if I had 2 children or 6 children, I'd still be doing this somehow. Lost count. 27. Oh, I think that was about. I've lost count, so I'm just going to match the same reps. Then we're trying to get 10 reverse flies. I just do pull-ups, burpees, press-ups and stuff like that. That's good for health. Got cardio in there as well. Pull-ups, in my opinion, are one of the best exercises you can do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11. Because an overweight, unhealthy person will never be able to pull up. So you've got to have that strength. and lean mass to do it. Burpees are good all-rounder if you're doing them correctly. I mean, by correctly, I mean your joints aren't pointing out as you're coming down, and you're not worming, you're not arching your back coming down and up. Because I see that a lot during classes, usually by classes. Did you say push-ups as well? Trying to beat 10 reps around up press. That rain is so heavy. Is everyone sorted for Christmas? As a mum, you never feel like you've got enough. 5, 6, 7. Who's on creatine? 8. These are feeling a lot easier. 12 again. Rest and then a new set. The next couple of sets are for building shoulders, which they are. Already seeing a difference there. Yeah, calm up. The reason why I said that, my friend's got 5 children. She was saying to me yesterday, you're so good at making time for exercise and stuff. She says, I just struggle having time. A lot of people think, if I can't do an hour, what's the point? You only need about 15 to 20 minutes. And if you're a new exercise, you need even less. You could just do like a few lateral raises, upright row, shoulder press, times 3. Done. It's the mindset behind it. Everyone's got time. Everybody's got different 24 hours in the day. Like, I've got to get mine done in the morning, that suits me. Whereas someone who's not got any kids and is young and just has uni has more time than, say, someone with 5 kids. But it's about dropping the perfectionist mindset. Consistency looks different every day. Like, when you're super motivated, you might give 100% and do all the advanced exercises, and then when you're like really struggling with sleep deprivation, maybe you've got a cold on its way, you're stressed as anything, you've just not slept or hydrated, you might do adaptations, it's about moving this meat suit. I just finished my creatine, get back on it, pellet. Yes, I think I'm pretty good shape, I'm pretty ripped, I use no supplements. I've heard that before, where people just do those kind of exercises and they'll maintain a good shape throughout the rest of their life and they're in a good routine. It's crazy. It's like good genetics, and I feel like if you're getting with a bad crowd, or your habits can change, can't you, over your life, but if you're not subjecting yourself to that, or you've got awareness from an early age of these things creeping in. People on steroids, but like, they only take creatine. What about people on the GLP-1 drugs? I've dieted all healthy, but really they're on the GLP-1 drugs. People who are struggling with fat loss are now looking at the GLP-1 drugs when, as a bit of a boost. Which, to those people, like, I get it, it's everywhere, but it's not worth it for the repercussions that are coming. 6 children, you look like that. No, I've not had 6 children. I've got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. I've got 2 children. I was just talking about, it doesn't matter if I've got 2 children or 6 children, I'd still be finding time for exercise. How much water should I drink before I caffeinate in the morning? Half a litre would be great, but just have a good drink. I mean, you fasted all night. Lateral raises with the fours. I've been getting a lot of reps here. 15 reps. Trying to be, I could do, you don't want to go too heavy with lateral raises, because then it's your upper traps that are getting worked. We don't want that. My shoulders are definitely getting bigger. Or maybe I'm leaning out a little bit because I've got my eating under wraps. And you know what's helped me stopping overeat, by the way? Having half a honeydew melon, and eating 2 things, and eating every 3 hours. So I was leaving it too long in between meals. As a coach, I'm still working through a trial and error process. In the winter, it's a whole different ballgame. Right, so I'm trying to beat 14. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you mean arteries? 9, 10, 11, 12. Keeping the tension in the shoulder. 14, 15, 16. 16 reps. Then upright row. God, I got 22 reps last time. You know what? That's too heavy, too light, obviously. 22 reps, so I'm going to go up a weight to 10 kilograms. We don't want to be getting 22 reps unless we're doing rehab. Shoulders back and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, just bear that in mind. I don't know if it was someone, I don't want to embarrass them at all, but I don't know if it was someone on my live now watching. Oops, incline bench. That wasn't progressively overloading, was just sticking the same weight. You can't build muscle without progressive overload. And what that means is when you find the techniques fine and you're getting high reps, you keep PBing over, say, 15 reps, then it's time to up the weight. Do you know about the Discord app? No, what's that about? I boxed for most of my life, so it's just an easy way to keep my physique. So building muscle is a lot harder than maintaining it, so that'll be why then. That's really good. Yeah. Creatine's also excellent for brain health, guys. 8 kilograms for 8 reps. So when I do this, I'm going to be conscious of shoulder blades coming towards the spine. My elbows are leading the movement. Oh, this is an uncomfortable one. Why is my rib digging in? I'm trying to do a row. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use that cushion. Oh, that's sore. This is a new-ish. I'm not a big fan of this, but it's a good one. If you're trying to build the back, that's better. It requires a lot of variety. It's still uncomfortable as fuck. Okay. Still uncomfortable. I think I've broke my sternum. I've been looking at getting some more equipment. 10 reps of the PB. On Temu, you know I'm a fan of Temu. They've got a squat rack, a bench press rack, a cable like lateral pull down and pull, all in one, and a pull-up bar. And I just need to make sure this area, this free space, is about 180 in height, 180 centimeters. But how awesome would that be? And it's cool, but okay, it's only like 220 quid. So yeah, so I'm going to turn this into a gym this side of the house. Caffeine 90 minutes after waking up, from what I heard. Sounds about right. So what we need to wake up is cortisol, the stress hormone. It helps us get up. So it's a good thing. So they say if you have, I definitely caffeinate within 90 minutes. It's within about 20 minutes, by the way. No, it's not. It's within about 10 minutes. But I just make sure I get some water in before I do that, because your brain needs water and it just wakes you up as well. The smell of coffee in the morning is apparently more effective at waking you up than actual coffee itself. Not more, sorry, just as effective. Like a group discussion that you can have photos and such. About fitness pellet. I might check that out. Have I got time though? Morning guys, welcome to my live. I'm answering any questions on exercise, nutrition, back pain and rehab as a mother of 2, not 6. Oh geez, 20 minutes. Yeah, and they say like, what's the point of having a coffee in the morning when your cortisol's spiking to wake you up, and which is a good thing. You'd get more out of it if you waited a bit of time. That's what they're saying. But I mean, I fucking love a coffee, and it's a placebo effect for me. And as I'm walking around, it stays hot. It's got my creatine in it. As I'm walking around and I'm getting ready for my live, I'm getting dressed, I'm having my coffee. It's a nice little routine. You know, it's like do what's best for you. I mean, I know people who skip the morning coffee altogether and use it at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon when they get the dip. Coffee's lovely. And the money that I do like save from doing it myself, I invest now. So it's like 150 a month I was spending on coffee, not realizing like £3-5 a day is getting invested. And over 20 years, sorry, 10 years I was doing it for. It's going to turn into like 27 grand. Like I'll have invested 14 grand, but it'll have compounded over that time to 27 grand. I mean, just from coffee. Get investing, guys. Download the Trading 212 app. I'm not using banks anymore. Right, lateral raises, trying to beat 15 reps. Studies show, you're going to hear that a lot from me, that the first 2 to 3 sets are the most effective for building muscle and getting the stimulus. So you should be going close to or at failure. And you want to if you're trying to build hypertrophy, size of muscle, 7, 8, you want to hit the body part a couple of times a week, 2 or 3 times a week. That's 10, 11, 12, 10 to 12 sets, 14, 15 each part. So it was, damn it, I maintain reps. Never mind. Upright rows, all gone to 10 kilograms. 10 kilograms. So first set I got 10 reps. About what time I imagine it would take time? For what? For building muscle, or? I know I speak a lot of shit on these lives, so I'm not sure what shit you're referring to. Shoulders back and down. Keep them that way. 2. Upright row. 3. Leading with the elbows. 4, 5, 6, 8. I'm in Scotland. 10. What I see, like mistake-wise for upright rows a lot, if it's too light, people are going like that, the upright rows, and leading with the hands. It's your elbows that are doing the work. Your hands and wrists are just relaxed. Yeah, I'm in Scotland. What about you? 86. So 10. That rain, man. Incline bench, trying to beat 8. I don't like these. Look how I've got to get on it. So. Ow, my sternum. I really hate them. They're an exercise that's needed though if you're trying to build the back. I'll do that once more. Guys, listen to the podcast if you're trying to lose fat and build muscle and you're confused and it feels like you're getting conflicting advice. I'm science-based, I'm evidence-based, I've got 12 years experience. Podcast is in the show note, in the chat. I've pinned that comment with the latest episode. What did I talk about? I'll tell you. I think you have great shoulders and arms and feminine. Do not be offended. I think you need to work on your obliques. Well, thank you. I've actually stopped working on my obliques just now. Yeah, I want my arms bigger. I'm quite happy with my abs. I don't think it's a building muscle goal for the obliques. I think it's more body fat, because my obliques in the summer were quite out, and people kept saying on YouTube, you've got good obliques. Oh yeah, podcast episode was on. I thought that is a clickable link. Isn't it? I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. So fill in the gap between knowledge and action and implementing. So how to stick to it. So that's a really important episode. It's USA, it's late, man. But yeah, every time I work my obliques, I'm also working my pelvis and lower back area. So I get quite stiff. I trained my obliques a little bit, a couple of sets. What day was it? Was it Monday? Tuesday. I'm still stiff. 16th, what day was that? It was 3 days ago. Still stiff. Just bear that in mind when you're working your lower back with RDLs, with side plank dips, with like deadlifts. Don't do it again for another week because it's going to take a while for your muscles to recover. Sorry, your fascia, there's less blood flow to it. And that's not coming from me, it's coming from a physio, that. The Discord app, just like a group discussion app, it would take time, but members can chat. Sounds great. Thanks for the likes, guys. Let's get one more set of these in. Yeah, even now I still feel tight in my hip. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I think that's a 2-year-old awake. She's not been well. So this is a new set. Let's see if we can get a PB. Well, it's a PB anyway, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. This is toning the sides of the shoulders. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Not going higher than shoulder height. 15. Because I don't want to use my upper traps because it's dominant anyway. 16 reps. Then 10 kilogram upright row. Looking for over 6. This is just a bonus set. 2, 4. Last day of school today. 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, that was it fairly, wasn't it? Oh, so I put the 17.5 back. Yeah, so they're on a half day today. But of course, I was getting all wide and sassy with my 6-year-old. I was like, haha, you'll be in church later for an hour. And then think of me whilst I'm in the jacuzzi. I said this to her the other day. She's like, please, Mummy, come to church before we finish school. I was like, I went last year. I want to go to the jacuzzi. I need to do a bit of shopping. Anyway, she came out of school yesterday crying. I said, what's wrong? She said, I don't want to go to church for an hour tomorrow. So I take it the teacher's just told you that. Says, would it make you feel better if we were in it together and Mummy came as well? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh no, I'm crying. But I'm going to say to her, I'll see if I can change her mind, but probably I'll have to go. It's just an hour, isn't it? But obviously, like, I'll be fine. So 10 reps, PB, 8 kilogram. Hit these. I'm going to tell you every time I do them. Let's get 10. 4, 5. Oh. Right, I'll show you an awesome stretch I found yesterday. It's not that groundbreaking, right? How long did that take? That was an hour. How come last time it took 30 minutes? I know there's a few extra sets on, but that's fine. I was just kind of plodding away. I was talking for a bit, wasn't I? That's fine. Yeah, so if you've got a tight upper back, if you've got a sore neck in that area between the shoulder blades, if you're a mum, if you're a dad, you're picking children up a lot, if you work at a desk, this stretch is awesome. So I've taken a bit of practice from yin yoga. So doing this just before you go to bed is a really nice way to decompress the spine, elongate and lengthen the spine and the fascia, and my back actually clicks through it. It's lovely. A lot of women get worried about working out too much. Have I missed anything? So they work out less because they're worried about being, yeah, it's a misconception. It's very hard to get bulky. I've just given up breastfeeding as well, so it was even harder if you're breastfeeding or pregnant to build muscle. Yeah, muscle's life. You're going to live longer if you've got the more muscle you have. Thanks, 86. Should I eat with creatine or can I take an empty? You can take it on an empty stomach any time of the day. Just take 5 grams for the rest of your life. But no, if you're getting kidneys tested, you will have elevated levels of creatinine, which is a byproduct of creatine being digested and used. So just let your health professional know, your GP or whatever, that's why it's not a problem with your kidneys, because it can be a sign, it's a marker for your kidneys not being right. I'm 5'6". Right, so we're going to go into child's pose, but with a bolster, we're going to have our elbows on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a lot of deep breaths. We're going to push our chest to the ground. I'll show you in a sec. Get a big weight bar, make a comfortable weight, and just rep 3 times a day till exhaustion gains won't be far behind. There's a lot more to it than that. More protein is better. There's a law of diminishing returns when it comes to exercise, anything in life, exercise, nutrition, protein, right? Sorry, not nutrition, but protein. More isn't always better, so it's costly. It's not great for the environment. But more than 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight in a day. So that worked out for me something like 140 grams. More than that, then you're not gonna. It stops the satiety benefit, as in you're not going to get. It's going to keep you fuller for longer up until a certain point, and then you really need to rely on vegetables and fruits for that. It's a lot more filling and beneficial. For protein synthesis, so protein stimulates protein synthesis, building of muscle, which is good, up until a certain point. So to fully saturate that response, you want about 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of your body weight. But yeah, everyone should be on a high protein diet. It's the only thing that we can't synthesize ourselves and hold in the body. We need to consume it. So widen your child's pose so you can get the depth. Elbows on, and you're going to push your head through your arms. This is for the lats. So a lot of people get rounding shoulders because the lats are tight. And you're just going to hold that. The longer the better. You're trying to relax. And make sure when you breathe in, you fill in the lungs the fullest capacity. And you breathe in from the front body and the back side of the body. So the thoracic, the upper back, the backs of the ribs. You're moving them. I did this last night instead of thread the needle stretch, and it's just amazing. This is a powerful one for me. You can also bend your elbows as well if you want to pull a bit more on your lats. And try and make sure you're not pushing your head too far forward, because your upper back might feel it. You should be pushing your chest into the ground as much as you can. And then when you stand up, well, not so much because I'm not long out of bed, but see, after a long day of carrying kids and having not great posture, I do try my best and improve posture, but you really do feel a difference when you go to bed. You feel more upright and back with chest. More kilogram or pound? What do you mean? The protein amounts that I gave you were to be converted with kilogram of body weight. Are you about to go? What time is it? 6:30. I'm just stretching now. Just got tight hips. So with my workouts and my workout app as well, I always like to include for my clients and myself rehab exercises within strength training. So you're not just getting stronger, but you're reducing the risk of injury. You're making sure that you're catching any imbalances and weaknesses in the body before they become a problem, which is really important, and not many trainers do that for some reason. So my rehab exercise for this was the reverse fly pulses. There wasn't loads in this one, does need looked at, but because I'm kind of like working more on my legs and my hip, my pelvis rehab. So 2 days ago when I did legs, I was doing that. Make sure you stretch off your forearms as well. We do a lot of that movement. Our forearms are not much this, and this feeds all the way up into your bicep, your tendons. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I go live. I go live Monday to Friday, about 25 past 5 in the morning till, it's been a while, this one, hasn't it? Because kids haven't woken up. I was going to go on the treadmill as well, wasn't I? Never mind. And then Sunday morning at the same time. So I have a day off on Saturdays. Right, guys, I love you and leave you. Thank you so much